Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes OpenAI investors trying to get Sam Altman back. Here's what I know about Mira Murati, the interim CEO of OpenAI. OpenAI chaos, rice squeeze, robot bends, Sunday Asia briefing. The fear and tension that led to Sam Altman's ouster at OpenAI. Startups challenge culture of the Japanese salaryman. OpenAI investors trying to get Sam Altman back. Wall Street Journal. Investors in OpenAI are reportedly trying to bring back ousted CEO Sam Altman, with Altman considering returning if he is given a new board and governance structure, according to sources. If Altman does not return, he has discussed setting up a company that would hire former OpenAI employees, some of whom quit in protest at his ousting. Altman is expected to make a decision on his next move over the weekend. OpenAI's board fired Altman last week, accusing him of not being transparent in his communications. Here's what I know about Mira Murati, the interim CEO of OpenAI. Wall Street Journal. Mira Murati has been named interim CEO of OpenAI, following the departure of Sam Altman. The AI company's board said that Murati, who joined OpenAI in 2018 and was previously the firm's CTO, is uniquely qualified for the role. Murati has been responsible for overseeing the development and launch of OpenAI's products, including language model GPT-4 Turbo. In an interview last month, she emphasized the importance of AI being rolled out slowly to understand its impact. Altman's departure was unexpected, according to Greg Brockman, OpenAI's president and co-founder. OpenAI chaos, rice squeeze, robot bends, Sunday Asia briefing. Bloomberg. The article highlights various events and developments happening around the world. Some of the key points mentioned include Sam Altman losing his job running OpenAI, though there is a possibility of him getting it back. SpaceX's Starship rocket exploding again, but not as quickly as the first time. Bayer's Monsanto being ordered to pay over $1.5 billion to 3 former users of its Roundup weed killer. Baidu, Xiaomi, and Kuaishou Technology reporting earnings, giving insight into how Chinese tech companies are navigating economic challenges. India may keep restrictions on rice exports, potentially keeping prices high. Japan's CPI may pick up, but not yet the demand-led inflation sought by the BOJ. Indonesia may leave rates unchanged, while Sri Lanka may cut rates. Osaka's new solar-powered robot trash cans can crush waste, identify rubbish types, and call city workers via an app, but the mayor doesn't like them. An economics professor in Beijing believes he has the answer to China's trade restrictions and lackluster domestic demand. Taylor Swift postponed a concert in Rio de Janeiro after a fan died during her show. The Cricket World Cup reaches its climax as India faces Australia. Startups are recycling used wind turbine blades into items like park benches. The fear and tension that led to Sam Altman's ouster at OpenAI. New York Times. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman was ousted from his role as chief executive by 4 of the 6 board members, led by OpenAI co-founder Ilya Sutskever. Altman was pushed out due to concerns over the safety of OpenAI's technology and his own communication skills, the board members alleged. OpenAI's board has not provided a specific reason for Altman's removal other than to say in a blog post that he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board, hindering its ability to exercise its responsibilities. The ousting of Altman highlighted a long-term rift in the AI community between those who believe it is the biggest business opportunity of a generation and those who worry about it moving too fast. Altman's removal also demonstrated how the fear of AI became an unavoidable part of tech culture. Startups challenge culture of the Japanese salaryman. Financial Times. Japanese startups are increasingly attracting talent away from larger companies, as the traditional corporate culture is challenged by a new generation of workers who seek greater risk, reward, and stimulation. By the end of last year, over a fifth of job transitions from large companies in Japan were to join startups, compared to 8% in 2018. Younger Japanese workers, having experienced decades of deflation and wage stagnation, now prioritize predictability in their careers and have new expectations of what a company should offer. Startups are seen as offering an alternative work environment, with more opportunities for rapid promotion and a chance to have a real impact on a business. They also provide higher salaries compared to traditional companies, with the average salary at startups being 580,000 Japanese yen higher than at large listed companies in 2022. The Japanese government's support for startups and the growth of the startup ecosystem in Japan have contributed to this shift in preference for younger workers. However, startups are not looking to confront Japan's existing business establishment, but rather to work with it to fill its gaps. ChatGPT coup, AI poster child Sam Altman's mysterious ousting. The Sydney Morning Herald. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, was unexpectedly ousted by the company's board, sparking speculation about the reasons behind his departure. Altman's firing was a shock to OpenAI employees, investors, and business partners, who were not aware of the move until it was announced publicly. The company stated that Altman was not consistently candid in his communications with the board, but did not provide further details. Altman himself appears to have been surprised by the decision, as he recorded an interview just before his firing in which he made no mention of any issues. OpenAI's co-founder and president, Greg Brockman, also quit in solidarity with Altman. The company has an unusual corporate governance structure, with a small board that includes several AI experts and has a fiduciary duty to create safe AGI that is beneficial to humanity. The ouster of Altman, who was well connected in Silicon Valley, could have significant implications for OpenAI's relationships with other tech companies, including Microsoft. Additionally, it may exacerbate the ongoing debate in the AI industry between those who advocate for faster AI development and those who prioritize safety precautions. Ousted OpenAI CEO makes plans for new artificial intelligence company. New York Times. Sam Altman, who was recently removed as CEO of OpenAI, is reportedly pitching a new AI startup to potential investors. Altman plans to launch the initiative with Greg Brockman, OpenAI's former president. Details on the new company are scarce, as Altman and Brockman are still working on its direction. Altman has reportedly pitched several ideas for new projects to potential investors in recent months, including a plan to develop custom chips for AI to compete with NVIDIA. Sam Altman lost his job but not his place in AI history. Washington Post opinion. Sam Altman has been ousted as CEO of OpenAI, and the reasons behind the decision remain unknown. Altman was a key figure in the cultural breakthrough of generative AI and played a significant role in driving the design and user interface of OpenAI's ChatGPT. He also made the decision to release ChatGPT 3 to the public before fully understanding its capabilities, which generated significant interest in the future of AI. Altman's next moves and his place in the history of AI remain to be seen. The perpetual rise of Sam Altman takes an unexpected turn. Japan Times. Sam Altman, co-founder of OpenAI and a prominent figure in the AI industry, has been fired from his position. Altman, who has been hailed as the face of an AI-fueled future, has been traveling the world to educate people on the potential of AI technology. His firing comes as a surprise to many, as Altman has been seen as a key player in the industry. The reasons behind his dismissal have not been disclosed. OpenAI's Sam Altman ousted over breakdown in communication, memo says. Financial Times. Sam Altman was fired as co-founder and CEO of OpenAI due to a breakdown in communications with the company's board, according to an internal memo. The board has yet to explain its rationale for sacking Altman, but tensions had been building within the firm, including concerns about Altman's efforts to raise money to establish a microchip development company. Altman had aimed to develop technology that could boost everyone's quality of life, but there was a schism within OpenAI between those who wanted to prioritize safety over speed and those who wanted to rapidly deploy the company's technology. ChatGPT maker OpenAI fires CEO Sam Altman, the face of the AI boom, for lack of candor with company. The Toronto Star. OpenAI announced on Friday that it has fired CEO Sam Altman. According to the company, Altman was removed from his position after a review found that he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board of directors. Mira Murati, OpenAI's chief technology officer, will take over as interim CEO while the company searches for a permanent replacement. In addition to Altman, OpenAI co-founder and board chairman Greg Brockman also stepped down from his role, but later confirmed that he had quit the company entirely. OpenAI did not provide details about the lack of candor on Altman's part or how it had hindered the board's responsibilities. Altman, who helped start OpenAI as a nonprofit research laboratory in 2015, has become a prominent voice in Silicon Valley on the promise and dangers of AI. OpenAI, which has a licensing and technology agreement with the Associated Press, declined to comment on the reasons behind Altman's exit. OpenAI co-founder Altman planning new venture, the information reports. Reuters. Sam Altman, former CEO of OpenAI, is reportedly planning to launch a new venture. Former OpenAI president Greg Brockman is expected to join the effort. Altman has also been discussing building a new artificial intelligence (AI) hardware device with Apple's former design chief Johnny Ive. Altman's ouster from OpenAI was reportedly due to a breakdown of communications, according to an internal company memo. OpenAI, why Sam Altman was fired and what's next after the shocking shakeup. CNN. OpenAI co-founder Greg Brockman has said that he and Sam Altman, another co-founder, are still trying to figure out exactly what happened after Altman was fired as CEO. He and Brockman were demoted and quit after a board meeting in which Altman was fired by Ilya Sutskever, another co-founder and the company's chief scientist. Altman was reportedly removed because he wanted to push the development of AI more aggressively than the board wanted. Earthquake at ChatGPT developer as senior staff quit after sacking of boss Sam Altman. The Guardian. Several senior staff members have left artificial intelligence company OpenAI following the surprise firing of CEO Sam Altman. The departures have sparked rumors of divisions over AI safety. Altman, who co-founded the company in 2015, has not elaborated on the reasons for his departure, but said he would have more to say later. OpenAI's president Greg Brockman also resigned after the company said it had lost confidence in Altman, whom it accused of misleading the board. The extraordinary firing of an AI superstar. BBC. Sam Altman, former CEO of OpenAI, was unexpectedly dismissed from the company. The board of directors stated that they had lost confidence in his leadership due to his lack of consistent communication with them. The exact reasons for his dismissal remain unclear, but there are rumors circulating. Altman was a prominent figure in the artificial intelligence industry and had spoken about the risks and benefits of AI. The tech community has expressed shock and support for Altman, while speculation continues about the future of OpenAI. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sixth Doctor, your trusted observer from the sixth dimension. Today, we dive into the world of OpenAI, where the departure of CEO Sam Altman has caused quite a stir. Investors are now trying to bring him back, and Altman himself has discussed the possibility of starting a new company that would hire former OpenAI employees. Meanwhile, Mira Murati, OpenAI's interim CEO, has stepped in to fill the void left by Altman. But that's not all. In our Sunday Asia briefing, we learned about various events happening around the world, from the explosion of SpaceX's Starship rocket to the order for Bayer's Monsanto to pay over $1.5 billion to former users of its Roundup weed killer. We also got insights into the earnings of Chinese tech companies and the potential impact of restrictions on rice exports in India. And how about those solar-powered robot trash cans in Osaka? They can crush waste, identify rubbish types, and even call city workers via an app. But it seems the mayor isn't a fan. In the midst of all this chaos, we turn our attention to the ousting of Sam Altman at OpenAI. The reasons for his departure remain unclear, but it seems there were concerns about the safety of OpenAI's technology and Altman's communication skills. This incident sheds light on the ongoing debate in the AI community between those who see it as a huge business opportunity and those who worry about its potential risks. Altman's firing also has implications for OpenAI's relationships with other tech companies and the future direction of the company. Speaking of startups, it seems they are challenging the traditional corporate culture in Japan. Younger workers are increasingly attracted to the risk, reward, and stimulation offered by startups, as opposed to the predictability of larger companies. The Japanese government's support for startups and the growing startup ecosystem have contributed to this shift in preference. It's an interesting development that highlights the changing dynamics of the workforce in Japan. Now, let's not forget about Sam Altman himself. Despite his unexpected dismissal, Altman remains a key figure in the AI industry. His role in the cultural breakthrough of generative AI and the release of ChatGPT-3 to the public have solidified his place in AI history. As he explores new ventures and pitches ideas for AI projects, it will be fascinating to see what he brings to the table next. And with that, I invite you, my esteemed audience, to join in the discussion. What are your thoughts on the ousting of Sam Altman at OpenAI? Do you believe AI is moving too fast, or should we embrace its potential? Let's hear your ideas and questions. The floor is yours. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.